if I lose you again, we'll just have to do it a different day because I don't know, for some reason the server is just not behaving well today. So we'll try it again later if it doesn't work, or try it on a different day. But so far so good. Looks like we're up and running. So let's go ahead. Oh, I see a flashing yellow already. So I'm not sure if it's going to maintain. And I'm not going to push it in case it doesn't. And I'm already buffering over there, I can see. All right, so if it's buffering for you, we'll probably just have to do this on a different day. But I'm going to keep going just in case you can see it. If you can't, I understand. And if you can, now it's turning red, which is never a good sign. We went from green to yellow to red, which usually means it's about to fail. Okay in Spain, okay. All right, you know what? I'm going to stop the other one then, and we'll just continue with the one that's working. All right. And let's go ahead and do this. All right, 1 second, guys. Hold on. Let's get one more thing going here. All right, good, good, good. The one challenge with doing things live. You have to deal with things that can go wrong while it's live. You can see me, things are good there, great. All right, so we'll keep it going. Hold on a second though. Let's see if I can get my notes up here. Okay, here we go, here we go, here we go. Just need to copy and paste the topic. Copy, go back, and paste, and all right, we're good to go. Okay, sorry about the delay. Welcome everyone. Welcome to Adobe Creative Cloud. Glad everything's working on your end. We were having problems earlier on one of the platforms we were streaming to. We'll have to do that platform again, but we're not going to punish the people that it's working for. So it looks like the Facebook servers are having an issue, but YouTube and Twitter are fine. For those of you watching the broadcast, thanks for watching. Thanks for joining me live here today. If you're watching the replay, thanks for watching the replay. Today we're going to we're just going to do a quick one. We're going to solve a common and challenging photography problem that HDR, or high dynamic range, was invented for. You know, we see HDR often used for special effects, but what it was originally intended for is solving a common problem that we have with our cameras. And it doesn't matter which camera you have, unless it has an HDR person, it either comes completely by doing something. So you can solve the problem if your camera has the ability to do it. But if you solve the problem, Lightroom can see if we can get it going again. All right, hopefully, you know, we can also try it on the backup server. All right, hopefully I came back on that side. I saw in your comments that the stream has stopped. I looked over there, it was red. So hopefully I'm back now. But anyway, this is how the problem was solved with the HDR camera that's built right into Lightroom Mobile. You can just go ahead and switch to that mode and shoot, and it will process an image right inside the Lightroom camera for you. So that's one way to solve it if you've got the feature in your camera to do it. But what if you don't have the feature in your camera? This is an image I actually took 7 years ago. Took that image, and this was with back then, I think it was a Nikon D5000. So a much older model, certainly didn't have HDR built in. And as you can see, I exposed for the room, which the room is nice and bright, but you can't see really anything outside the window. And if we go to the next photo, we get to see what's outside the window, but the room's completely dark, or you really don't see anything. Yeah, so this is a really old set of photos. So I did this in mind back then with, well, since I can't get it all in one capture, I'm gonna just take 2 shots, one getting what the camera can expose for outside, and the other one getting what the camera can expose for inside. So that way we get the ability to have, create the ultimate shot. So how do we do that today? Now that you got both pictures. So I didn't even use a tripod on this. This was handheld, and if you go between them, you can actually see where the furniture moves a little bit because I wasn't on a tripod and I was just hand holding it, refocusing on the inside of the room, click, refocus on the outside of the room, click to get the 2 shots. Now that we got the 2 shots in Lightroom, and by the way, you might wonder, well, where did this come from? I actually found these scrolling through my 2010 pictures, looking at another picture, and I was like, wait a minute, there's one where the room is perfectly exposed and the outside is perfectly exposed, and I went to go see if I had the other pictures to make this, and I did. So this is how we can fix the problem. So we're going to select both images, the one that's overexposed and the one that's exposed for the outside or underexposed inside. We're going to right click on both images and we're going to choose Photo Merge HDR. So this is built into Lightroom CC. This is also built into Photoshop's Camera Raw. So you can do this with Camera Raw inside of Photoshop, or you can do it right inside of Lightroom Mobile. I'm sorry, Lightroom, or Lightroom Mobile's camera. All right, so let's go ahead and run the HDR. That'll bring up a dialog box where it will give you a preview of putting the 2 images together, and voila, it's done it. It's put the 2 images together. It's auto-aligned them. It's auto-toned them. I may not agree with the auto-toning, but it's gone ahead and assembled 2 images in the preview ready to go. Now, if you like what it's done and you're ready to continue, then you can click Merge, and what that will do, you'll now get a progress bar while it's actually merging those 2 images into one new image. It's going to make a brand new image for you that is the HDR, and you'll know which one it is because it will be the one with HDR in the name. So this was DSC 6191, and now it's DSC 6191 HDR. All right, so that's the combined image, but that doesn't mean you have to live with it the way it is with the auto tone. So we're going to take it over to the develop module, and we're going to go ahead and finish it. So there's a few things I don't like about it. Number one, it's crooked. I mean, looking at the doorway is kind of crooked, so that's one of the first things I want to fix. So I can go to the crop feature here, and it's cropped it a little bit because it had to for the auto aligning, but what a lot of people don't realize is that there's an angle tool inside of the crop. So if you click on the angle tool, that will help you straighten things out based on you drawing a straight line on what should be straight or what you like it to straighten on. So if I wanted to straighten it on a bar going across the top, I can drag it across the top, or I can drag it down the side as well. And that will straighten the image when you let go based on that straight line that you drew. Then you can hit the letter R again to get out of the crop. Now, the other thing I don't like about it is that there's still a little too much brightness or sun coming in, like around the curtains is just too bright. I can take care of that a couple of different ways, but one of the newer ways I can do it, because I can, is I can go to the effects panel. And in the effects panel, I can go in and choose Dehaze, because Dehaze is designed to do just like this. This is a bright, hazy, kind of keep it. And then we're going to go ahead. All right, so now that I've got that back, or pull down, the next thing we do is go back to the basic panel and we do a little bit more. So for example, I can notice In my shadows now, that's getting a little dark, I can just go right up to the histogram where my shadow warning is and pull the blacks over just a little bit more to the right to kind of lighten them up. Not as much as it was, but just a little bit lighter. I don't mind if they're clipped a little, I just don't want them clipped a lot. All right, yep, no buffering on Periscope. I know, I noticed that, thank you. Okay, so we got that in place. Now, since it's not a person, we can go ahead and play around with a little bit more vibrance and clarity than I would normally use if it were people. So I'll bump up the vibrance a little bit. I'll bump up the clarity a little bit to kind of give it a little bit more punch. And let's see, that's probably about as far as, oh, there's probably too much clarity. Probably about as far as I take it. Always better to zoom in and take a quick look to see what it's actually doing to the photo, and as long as you're not creating any artifacts or grain, you're usually pretty good. All right, and of course at this point you can just continue to do more. But keep in mind, look at where we came from. Let's go back out. We came from, and I'm going to put these in order. We came from a photo that was originally shot twice, one to expose for the room, one to expose for the window, and then putting them together to expose both at the same time with HDR inside of Lightroom. Now at this point, you've got a brand new RAW file. That's what the Merge Hdr does. It creates a brand new DNG that you can now do whatever else you want to do with it. You want to take it into Photoshop and continue working on it. You want to work on it some more in the develop module. You want to crop it. You want to share it. Whatever it is you want to do, you've got this brand new photo to do it to. And that is really it. Sorry about these streaming issues right now. They're just, I don't know. For example, we were streaming live on three platforms. One of them's working great. For some reason, there was an issue with Facebook, which we couldn't even do the stream. And then YouTube was going in and out. So not sure why, but there are days like that. Where nothing's changed on my end. I do this every day, works fine, but you just never know. How did you get the screen behind me? Magic. So with that said, thanks guys for watching. How did I get the screen behind me? It's actually using Wirecast Pro. But it works in OBS, it works in just about every streaming application. All right, so with that said, thanks for watching, everyone. Take care. There is a 3-day stream, 2-day stream, 3-day stream happening next week. I believe it started on Tuesday. It will coincide with 99U, which is an event happening in New York. You guys can check that out at adobelive.com. So adobelive.com, I think the trailer's probably running for it. I don't have the trailer loaded up where I would show it myself. But you can go ahead and check out the trailer there. And it will be 2 or 3 days of streaming next week from 99U. So the adobelive.com channel is streaming 2 to 3 days of streaming every other week. So they're going to go live again next week, live from 99U in New York. So with that said, thanks for watching, everybody. Take care. We'll catch you on the next one. And hopefully tomorrow's stream will be buffer free. Not sure. Yesterday's stream was buffer free. Today's stream had issues. All right, take care, everybody. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you on the next one. Bye.